sitting there. Before I begin, I'd like to recognize again any special guests that we may have here, and any military personnel that have served or ever served. Please stand so we can recognize you as well. Thank you for your service. And I salute you for your service. For many Americans, the last Monday in May marks the unofficial start of summer. A long weekend with family barbecues or gathering of friends. For those who served in the military, Memorial Day holds a greater significance as it commemorates the brave men and women who lost their lives defending our great nation. At the core of our military lie unique themes: the selfless desire to serve, the willingness to sacrifice to defend our nation. The origin of Memorial Day, first observed over 155 years ago, then known as Decoration Day, was to beautify the graves in memory of those who fought and died to preserve our Union during the Civil War. The holiday's name obviously changed over the years, but its ideals and intention have not. It's a day all Americans should take a moment to honor those who made the ultimate sacrifice in service to our country. Memorial Day is for both grief and celebration, reflecting on the tragic loss of life and recounting the courageousness of their service. As President Harry Truman stated in his address to the armed forces after the death of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, our debt to the historic men and valiant women in service of our country can never be repaid. They've earned our undenying gratitude. America will never forget their sacrifices. Because of these sacrifices, the dawn of justice and freedom throughout the world slowly casts its gleam across our horizon. The respect and admiration we give our fallen pay tribute to their memory and the lives they lived. We do so by visiting and placing flags, wreaths, and other mementos and memorials on our communities, on their grave sites. But their final resting place should not be only the space we gather to share memories or sit in quiet contemplation. To truly honor their lives, we must share the stories with others to ensure their memories alive, even though they are physically gone. Stories like, and that's why I have this today, stories like U.S. Army Master Sergeant Bernard Lee Bernie Dagan. Sergeant Dagan was killed in action while on tour in Afghanistan when his camp was attacked by Taliban. At the time of his death, Dagan was in Afghanistan with the 35th Infantry Artillery Division of Kansas National Guard in support of Operation Enduring Freedom. Serving as a trainer for the Afghan National Army, he was teaching mechanized infantry tactics using armored personnel and carriers. Born in Topeka, Kansas, Dagan graduated in 1982 from Shawnee Heights High School, but he entered the United States Army on delayed entry program a year earlier, during his junior year. He trained at Fort Sill and joined the Army Reserves right after high school. He would transfer to the Kansas National Guard in 1986, and in 1987 he entered Active Duty Guard Reserve program, serving as Readiness NCO and Operations NCO for the 35th Infantry Division headquarters in Leavenworth, Kansas, which he was on my team and he was in my unit. In December 2002, he deployed to Bosnia as a part of NATO Stabilization Forces. In 2006, Sergeant Dagan was up for a promotion and was given a choice to deploy to Afghanistan or Iraq. He chose, not knowing this would be his last tour of service. Known mostly by his friends and family as Bernie, Dagan led a loyal, dedicated life of service to his country for nearly 25 years until his death. He left behind his wife, Lisa, his stepson, Craig, his two daughters, Jamie and Emma. No matter where their battlefield was, in the mountains of Afghanistan, the deserts of Iraq or Syria, skies over Europe, islands of the Pacific, frozen terrain in Korea, or jungles of Vietnam, or elsewhere, the stories of the fallen matter, and they need to be told. By sharing their stories, we keep their memories alive. Give others a glimpse of the military service that aims to inspire them to create a better world, stronger nation, and kinder communities. On Memorial Day, we reflect and share the experiences of our fallen loved ones. But tomorrow and in the days to follow, we must act. Let's carry their sacrifice with us in our hearts and strive to honor their memory by being good, faithful, hopeful, strong, and committed to building a brighter future for everyone. Duty, honor, country. They lived for it, and they died for it. As a nation, we must remind ourselves of the future they fought for and do our best to live up to those values in the days ahead. So to my friend, Sergeant Bernard Dagan, Bernie, I love you. Thank you for your service. Thank you